Sriraman sir, we request you to give the welcome address, sir.
So, beloved Principal, Dr. P. Ramesh Kumar Garu, respected Vice Principal, Dr. S. Srikant Garu, so distinguished resource person, Professor S. Prem Kumar Garu, beloved HOD, Dr. Nagaraj Garu, all the participants and students. So, good morning to all. So, being a coordinator, it is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you all at the inauguration of today's webinar on Android app development using MIT App Inventor, which is organized by Department of CSC, CSI Student Chapter, and IQSC Cell, Srinivasa Institute of Technology and Management Studies, Chittoor. I request all the participants to make use of this opportunity in this pandemic situation and so try to extract more knowledge from the resource person. So once again, I welcome you all for this today's webinar. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request our Honorable Vice Principal, Dr. S. Srikant, to give a few words about this event, sir.
Okay. Very good morning to all participants. I welcome you to this faculty development program. During this lockdown period, everybody are utilizing maximum time for attending Corona awareness programs, FDB webinars to improve their technical skills. In the same way, many educational institutions are also offering these type of programs. CITAM's Srinivasa Institute of Technology and Management Studies is also one among them. So here, the CSE department offers so many programs like this. Now, nowadays, app are played a prominent role because everybody are using apps like children's for playing they are using, for students and faculty members for learning the resources, for knowing the resources, and business people, and the people are using the apps according to their comforts and necessities. So app development is a necessary and quite interesting topic. So resource person, Professor S. Prem Kumar is an eminent and outstanding speaker. I hope that everybody will enjoy this two-day webinar on Android app development using MIT App Inventor. I congratulate CSE department for organizing this webinar. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable words, sir. Now I request the head of the department CSC, Dr. D. Nagaraju, to share a few words about this event.
So very good morning to all. This is Dr. D. Nagaraju, head of the department, Computer Science and Engineering Department, and from Srinivasa Institute of Technology and Management Studies. First of all, I need to thank the resource person, Professor S. Prem Kumar, Associate Professor, Adiparasakti College of Engineering, for accepting our request and spend their valuable time for conducting this two-day webinar on Android app development using MIT App Inventor. And I must thank all the participants who are registered on this today's webinar. And I thank them, and I can say that they can utilize this opportunity to know something regarding this app development using MIT App Inventor. And also, we are looking forward to conduct many events in this particular pandemic situation. And also, our Sritham's College has one of the best college from Andhra Pradesh, and we are looking forward to do all these type of activities in the next future also. I hope everyone will enjoy this session, And I thank all the people who are participating in this particular 2-day webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time to introduce the resource person of this webinar. It's our pleasure to invite the resource person, Professor S. Prem Kumar, Associate Professor from Adiparashakti College of Engineering, Kalavai. Sir has 17 years of teaching experience, and he has published a textbook and has many good research publications in a reputed journal. He acted as a resource person for many technical events. Sir has also organized several events like this. Actually, he has achieved a TBT Challenge Task 2018 conducted by Yantra IIT Bombay and won first place all over India. So on behalf of CTHMS, we welcome you, sir, and we hope this webinar will be more useful for the participants. It will be a fruitful session for everyone. Now I request Dr. D. Jagadishan, convener of this webinar, to give an overview about today's session.
Good morning to one and all. First, I would like to management, principal, vice principal, HOD for giving and supporting for to organizing this webinar. So, why shorted this topic? I give a small story about that one. My students called me. He asked about web development. I immediately recommend Android Studio. But he immediately replied, it's not difficult for developing a quick web app. So I want to, it's easy to develop app. So after I searched some website and also discussed with the research person, the research person is accepted for to take the new app, MIT App Inventor, for developing a good app for a mobile. So first I thank to research persons, Professor S. Prem Kumar, for accepting our request. Today he is going to discuss, actually this webinar is 2 days. Research person going to discuss today introduction about the MIT App Inventor, why need MIT App Inventor, and how to develop using MIT App Inventor, and finally going to answer training for developing MIT App Inventor for developing mobile app. Okay, so thank you for one and all.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our resource person to take over the session.
Thank you, madam. Sir, can you mute all, sir, so that it will be make me easy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you use the all mute.
Okay.
You are the host, co-host, okay, not a problem. You miss never want to unmute.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay. Good morning, one and all. First of all, I thank CTHMS management as well as coordinators for giving this great opportunity to share something about this 2 days webinar on Android app development. This is going to be quite one hands-on session. It will be make you more interesting if you use of it. Okay, that is very important. Okay, so whatever I am going to do, you can it is there in the YouTube portal also. Okay, so you can pass it and you can do it in simultaneously in website. Okay, so here in the case of this Android app development, it does not require any kind of software. It is going to be a web-based one, so it is easy for you to understand as well as you can easily perform this. Okay, the content of today webinar is that introduction to MIT App Inventor. What is MIT App Inventor? I am going to tell you what is MIT App Inventor, and then why MIT App Inventor is good choice. So many app inverters are there. Why especially MIT App Inventor is a good choice for you to develop an app. And the point is that next point is that how to access this MIT App Inverter. Okay. And then we are going to have an overview of this MIT App Inverter, and then how to practically log into the MIT App Inverter. From the scratch, I will be doing that. And then exploring MIT App Inverter platform. Okay, what are the things are there in this MIT App Inverter? What are the various things are there in the MIT App Inverter? And then we are going to create today, if possible, 3 apps, if not 2 apps. Okay, the first app is going to be Hello app. Okay, just displaying some text on your what in your okay. Second app is that typing some text, okay, and that has to be converted into speech. That is what I am going to do it today. If possible, if you shake the phone, that should create a sound. Some text has to be converted into speech. That also, if it is possible, if time permit, we'll do it. Okay, first of all, introduction to this MIT App Inverter. Okay. So this MIT App Inverter, as I already said, it is a web-based online graphical mobile application development. Okay, you can develop an app using website. Okay, inside website, you are going to log into that. Okay, after logging, you are going to make your blocks, which is going to be there in your palette. Pick and drag and place it the components, and you are going to perform the create a app. Okay, that we are going to see. So it is a web-based app development program. Okay, website I will give it. Okay, you can search it in Google, MIT App Inverter 2. Okay, if you do it, it will be open, or else you can use a direct URL also, ai2.appinventor.mit.edu. Okay, this way you can do it. Okay, MIT App Inverter 2, you can put it in your Google search and you can find it out the website. So this is the way, once you find that website, once you entered into Google, okay, MIT App Inverter, you will find your website. If you open that website, you can find this kind of site. So you have to give a create app. Okay, this create app, you have to proceed. Okay, hope you understand. If create app, you have to proceed. Okay. Once you do that, okay, it will ask you a Google account for you. Okay. So you can enter your mail ID, Gmail ID, okay, in that, and then you can press login, so that you can able to log into that MIT App Inverter. You'll get in the top of your App Inverter, you'll get this like this. By pressing the start new project, you can able to create a new project. Okay, so that is the way you have to do it. Why MIT App Inverter? Okay, that is very important. See, if you go and create an app in a example JavaScript, if you use a JavaScript or something, okay, it requires more time. Okay, within a 10 minutes to 15 minutes, it is possible for you to create an app. That is very, very important. Okay, so time consumption to create an app is going to be very, very, very less. Okay, even a big apps can be created in a single hour. Okay, that is very, very important. And it can promote your creativity. Okay, whatever the way you like to create an app can be created by using these blocks. I am going to show you. Okay, so how easy this method is to create an app, you will understand at the end of this session. And then for teaching, especially to develop an app, okay, the teachers can use this MIT App Inverter. That is a perfect solution for the students to reach the students the method to create the app. That is very, very easy one for teaching perspective. Okay, and then coming to the next one, you can use the phone utilities like calling, okay, as well as SMS texting, sensors like sound, video, then location sensor, and then you can use accelerometer sensor, shaking, no, and then gravity sensor. All those sensors can be used by you this kind of app. That is very, very important, and in easy way. It does not require anything. So once you create a new project, okay, as I shown before, once you create a new project, you'll get a screen like this where you have to give a name of your project. Okay, you should not leave space. You don't use a special character. For example, if you want to create a app, means give for example your name, okay, without any space, 1 2 3 numbers like that. Okay, so that is easy solution for that. What you give the name. If you give space, it will show you error. So this is the way your app inverter will look like. I'm going to log into that app so that you can find it like this. Okay. This contains four areas, major areas. One is palette. Here you can see, no, the red color box. I divided in red color box. So that is going to be the palette. The another center one big screen is going to be the viewer. Okay, I'll tell you one by one. Okay, and then this is going to be the components. What are the components you are placing here? That will be appeared here. This is the component area. And then if you click the corresponding component, you will find the property of that component. Okay, here you can find the property of the component. So these are the four major areas are there where you're going to work on this MIT app inverter. One is palette, viewer, and then component, and then property. Let me explain one by one. Okay. First of all, what is palette? Okay, this is the session where you're going to find a lot of components. Okay, like pen, okay, as well as a text box, label, all those things will be there. Just press it, drag it, and put it in your viewer. Okay, already I said what is viewer. Okay, so viewer is going to be the place where you are going to have like a phone. Okay, how your app is going to be appeared will be appeared on the viewer. Okay, so that you can easily design your app. That is very, very important. Okay, so it have all the features of your .NET developers. Okay, and coming to the viewer. Okay, viewer is a screen. Okay, is a preview screen where you are going to see how your app is going to look. See, for example, after creating the app, you are going to have a app. No, that app how it is going to look like. Okay, that is going to be shown in your viewer. Okay, so it makes easier for the what peoples who are creating the app. Oh, I want this button here, I want text box here. So all those things and arrangement, all those things can be made with the help of this viewer. Okay, and you have to drag the components from your palette and put it in your viewer so that you can it is appeared as it is, and you can use component area. The next one is going to be the component area where it is going to show you what are the list of components used in your project, in your app development. For example, I use 5 components. One is text box, another one is going to be 2 buttons and 1 label. All those things be in your component. You can click this component. Once you click the component, the corresponding property is going to be viewed in your property area. Okay, so already I shown 4 different sessions. Just I'll show you again. So this is going to be palette, viewer, component, and then property. Palette is the place where you're going to have all the components which you are going to use it here in the viewer. Viewer is a place where you're going to view how your app is going to look like, and components is the place where what are the components used in this viewer, you are used in this project to create an app. Okay, and if you click the corresponding, for example, if you see here, I click the screen here, you can see the screen properties here. Suppose some other components are there. If you click that component, that property of that component will be appeared in the property side. Okay, understand? Clear? So these are the 4 important sessions where we are going to play. Okay, we are going to create app with the help of it. Okay, now we will be going for a live session. Okay, how you are going to log into this MIT app inventor. Okay, for this first I'll go from the scratch. Okay, hope you are able to see the Google screen. Is I'm right? Oh, wait 1 second. I'll share a new screen. Now it is for you a Google screen is appeared, right? Okay, fine. Now I'll enter MIT app inventor. Okay, entered it. Once I do so, I'll be getting a MIT app inverter. See here, MIT app inverter. Just I click it. It lost you a Google account. Okay, before that you have to click this create app. So first I click that I put the MIT app inverter in Google search. Okay, you'll get a website, we'll get a search engine shows you MIT app inverter, and then if you click that one, you'll get a screen like this. You have to press create. So you'll get a screen like this where it lost you a login account. Okay, for this I created an account. You can use your account, own account, where you automatically it will save all your apps in your what once again getting late. I use CTAM's college mail ID. Okay, that I clicked it. It asks a password. I enter the password. Once I entered it, it will go to that MIT App Inverter platform. Okay, already as I said, in MIT App Inverter platform, you're going to have 4 sessions. One is palette, another one is going to be the viewer, the third one is going to be the components, and the fourth one is going to be the property. Okay, so from the scratch, I said how you have to log into this MIT App Inventor. Okay, you have to give in Google search, you have to give MIT App Inventor. Okay, and then you have to MIT App Inventor. Just click it, and you have to click create app. Once you give create app, you'll be getting a login screen where you will find a Gmail account has to be login, and then once you do that, you'll get screen like this. Okay, you just click it through. So this is the way it is appeared when you're going for the first time. So I'll give start new project. As I already said, start new project, give a name. Okay, I am giving hello world. Okay, I'll give hello world. Okay, I created an app hello world. It is appeared here. Just click it and open it. Okay, you'll be getting a screen where you will find 4 components, 4 different areas, major areas. The one is going to be your palette. The another one is going to be the viewer. The third one is going to be the component, and the fourth one is going to be the property. So here you can see this is the palette where you can find a lot of components are there. Okay, I'm going to take this component. This is the viewer. Okay, hope you are able to see the viewer. If it is possible, I'll reduce the size also so that can easy for you to understand. Right? Can you able to see no viewer? And then this is the component area, and this area is going to be your property. Okay, hope you understand. Right? Now I am going to create an app. First of all, I am going to create an app called as Hello World. Okay. So how I will show? Let me go for the slide again. Okay, and then I will come back here once again. Okay. So now first app Hello World. What is this app? Means that I am going to have 2 buttons. Here you can find one is called as Click Me. The another button is Clear. The another one is going to be Text Box. So the components which I required here is that Click Me, a button. Another one is going to be a text box. Here you can find a box, no, here text box. Okay, and then Clear. Okay, these are the 3 things I required in my app. Then when I click, when I press Click Me, I'll be getting what CTAMs in this text box. Okay, like that I have to program it. When I click Me, it should get here. I should get CTAMs. When I press Clear, CTAMs should be erased. Okay. For this, a very small app I am going to create it because we have to start from the basics, no. So I will be creating a very small app which is going to be there. Once you understand this, you can create a big app. Let me go back again to the App Inventor. I'll share the App Inventor screen. Now I come back to the App Inventor. Already I said what are the things I need. I need a button. Okay, I need a button, and then a text box, and then another button. One button for Click Me. Another one button for Clear. So I'll click this button. I'll click it, drag it, and put it here. Now you see here button has been appeared. You can able to see, no? Okay. First of all, I'll take all the components. Text box. Here you can find text box. Okay, text box is there. I'll click it and drag it and put it here. Okay, here text box came. Okay, hope you understand. And then again one more button. Okay, I'll click it and drag it and put it here. So one button here, text box, another button. Let me click this button. So once I click this button here, you can see in component button is there. These are the three items I used in my project. One is button, text box, another button too. Okay. In case of button one, I'll be going to the property. I want my text size, which has been appeared on the button as 20, so that everyone can view it easily. I made it as 20 and made it as bold. Okay. Hope you are able to see that. Okay. And then I am going to make text or text here, a property text is there. No. So there I will put click me. Once I give like that, okay, it will appear here. You can see it is appeared here. Okay, click me. Right now, the height of the button. What is the height of the button? Okay, I'll make it as 60 pixels. Okay, this you can make it in a different way. I'll make it 60 pixels, and then width of this button. Okay, width of the button, I'll make it as fill parent. What is fill parent means? The entire screen will be filled with. Okay, width is fill parent. Understand? Same way, the text box, I'll make it as 20, font size is 20. Okay, and then the height, I'll make it as 60 pixels, same 60 pixels. Why is 60 pixels? Can I go for some other height? It is your wish. Okay, give a big width height so that your text can be visible. If you give 10 pixels means your text, whatever you are typing, hidden. Okay, so give it in such a way that your text have been appeared in your app. Okay, and then width, in the case of width, fill parent. Okay, now you can see text box is appeared in the full width of your mobile. Okay, and the third button, coming to the third button. Okay, I want to make that the same font size is 20 font size, bold. Okay, and then text, I'll make it as text. Sorry, I'll make it as text is going to be clear. Clear. Okay, again width I'll make it as fill parent, height I'll make it as 60, same 60. Okay, clear. Okay, so these are the three components I required. Okay, in my viewer, I taken it, I clicked, I put a single button, I change the property of the button as, okay, height is font size is 20, make it as bold, and then the height of the button 60 pixels and width of the button is fill parent. Same way text box also, I'll make it as 60 pixels, bold, and then height 60 with fill parent, and then here text as empty, and then here also this you can remove it. If I want, I can put it hello world. HELLO world. I typed here, that will be appeared in the screen before you are typing. Okay, and I want to make this font color red. Okay, let I make red. Okay, and then this button color also I can change it. Okay, the background of this button color I will make it as a slightly pink color so that it will be appear very good. Okay, and then I'll make the color is going to be the same color. Okay, now you understand, right? So now we'll try to go for coding. Okay, coding means don't worry that you have to write big programs. Okay, I said what you have to do. Okay, so the thing you have to do is that when you click the button number 1, okay, when you click the button number 1, C term should be appeared in your text box. When I click button 1, C term should appear in the text box here. When I press clear, C term should be clear. That's all. This is what you are going to do. Okay, understand? Hope you understand. Now see here, blocks look very important. Before that, it is there in designer. I designed the front end. That is how it is going to appear in your screen. I did it. Okay, I will go for the blocks. Once I click blocks, you will get a empty screen like this. Empty screen like this. Okay, now tell me what you have to do. When I press button 1, okay, it should display C terms in your text box. Okay, see here, components, whatever you used here will be appeared here in the blocks. Hope you are visible. Okay, button 1 I am clicking. Once I click button 1, it shows all the options you can do it in the button 1. Using button 1, what are the different options you can do? That is appeared here. I take this one. Okay, I take this one. Okay, when button 1 dot click. Okay, when button 1 dot click. Okay, so once the button 1 is clicked, what it has to do? Okay, that is going to be I taken. How I did means I press this button. Okay, I taken this and put it here. It's clear? Okay, when button 1 is pressed, what I have to do? I have to set the text box 1 text. Okay, so press this one. Set text box 1. Okay, this I am taking. This drag is there. Okay, can see. Set text box 1 dot text. It will be here. It will be, you can find it when you press text box. When you press text box, you can find all the options where you have to drag and find the text box 1 dot text. So many things are there. Here is there. Set text box 1 dot text. This I click it and drag it and put it here. Right? Understand? Okay. Then what it should do? It should, when I press the button 1, it should display C thumbs in your text box 1. So I'll go for the text here. Okay. Press the text. Okay. Empty text box. You can take it empty text box. Okay. Is there no? That I taken and put it here. Okay, you'll get a sound, click sound. Once you place it in, when it joins, you will get a click sound. You can able to feel it. Okay, there I type C thumbs. Understand? Okay, C thumbs. That's all. When button 1 is pressed, when I press the button 1, okay, set the text box 1 dot text as C thumb. Hope it is very clear, right? Okay. Now I have got another thing I have to do it. What I have to do when I press the button number 2, other button, okay, it should clear the text box one, right? So again I'll go for button 2, press it. Okay, when I press it, you will find when button 2 dot click. Okay, I place it here. Again text box. Okay, set text box 1 dot text, search it and try to find out where that set text box 1 dot text is. It is here. Okay, take it and put it here. Now what it should do, it should clear it. So I can put a empty one. Okay, now what is it means it is going to clear your text box. That's all. Okay, so very easy programming. See here, once again I'll tell you, in the designer I press designer, so I got back this designer. In designer I dragged one button, I put it here, and then I dragged a text box and put it here, and drag another button, I put it here. By clicking the first button, the property I change it. What are the property I changed it is that, okay, I made that the font as bold, okay, and then 20, font size is 20 because it should appear very good, okay, and then height of that is going to be 60, and then width is going to be what? Fill parent, so that in the entire screen you will get it, okay, the width of the entire screen can be filled with the help of fill parent, okay, and then you can type the text as click me. Okay, I did all this setup and then I went to block. Okay, already I said when I click the button 1, it should set the text box as C thumbs 1. So I clicked button 1, dragged when I click button 1 dot click. Okay, and then I click text box 1. Okay, set text box 1 dot text. Okay, and then I click text. Okay, and made it as C thumbs. Same way I dragged it and did it for button 2. Now your program is over. Very simple. Okay, very easy programming. Okay, so don't worry that sir, you are doing very faster. How I can do it? Okay, this the same thing is what streamed in your YouTube. Okay, where you can go to YouTube after the completion of this 1.5 hour. You can go to the YouTube and you can play the same link. Okay, and you can pass it, do it in your system, and you can enjoy it. Really, it will be an enjoyable webinar. Okay, once you do as it is. Now I'll be going and try to create this app. Okay, to do that I have to click this build. Okay, you can see here app. Okay, that you can have to click. Okay, I have to click that one. Once you click that one, you will be getting like this. Okay, it is creating the app. So only for one app I'll try to do it. Okay, the rest of the app you have to do. Okay, right? Once you create it, it will show you a QR scanner, a code. Okay, QR scanner code. It will be appeared in the screen. Now a QR scanner code is appeared. Can you able to see QR scanner code? Right? It is appeared. So this website, this link you can use it, or else you can use your mobile phone. Okay, you can use your mobile phone and you can able to download this app. How I will do it? Let me do it with the help of displaying my screen if it is possible. Okay, 1 second. Participant. Let me share the screen if it is possible. Yeah, wait 1 second. Sir? Jagadeeshan sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Has very well explained about me.
Tell me, sir.
Sir, can you make me as host, sir, not co-host?
Host, you want host?
Otherwise, make my another Prem Kumar also host, sir.
Another
Co-host.
Prem Kumar.
Another
Okay.
Prem Kumar also co-host.
Okay, I will make.
So that I want to share my mobile screen. You did it, sir?
Okay, sir.
Yes,
done,
sir.
done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'll share my screen. Now you can see my mobile screen. I taken a scanner, any scanner. You can download any scanner in your Google Play Store. I am using MI phone, so scanner is here. You can see scanner is here. So I just press the scanner. You can use any QR scanner. You can use any QR scanner. Okay, you'll get QR scanner. Okay, hope it is clear now. QR scanner, and then you have to click it that corresponding whatever it is there. No, that if you click it, you will get a website. Okay, allow it. Okay, and then install it. Okay, let me show the app. Already I downloaded it. Okay, so I'll show the app. Now I opened that app. Can you able to see that app, right? Okay, in the top click me is there. Allow world is appeared as it is. Okay, click me is there. Once I do click me, you can find C thumbs here. Are you able to get me? C thumbs here. When I press clear, C thumbs is cleared. When I press click me, okay, again C thumbs appeared. When I press clear, it is cleared your screen. Hope you understand this. Okay. Again, let me go back to my slide. Okay, and I will show you. I'll explain you once again. Okay. So hope you are able to understand this. Let me open again. Okay. So here you can you created an app. Okay, that app is appeared as it is. Okay, just once again I'll explain you. I taken a text box. I made it using property 20 font size as well as click me, and then I adjust the fill parent width as well as height. Here it is displayed as 50. I am given 60, and then app is going to be appeared like this. Okay, then coding. When button one dot click, I pick it and put it in the blocks. Okay, and then set label one dot text. I use text box here. It is shown as label one. Okay, and then I typed here hello world. There I typed in real time. When I'm doing, I type C terms. Okay, button 2, the same label, I make it as empty. Okay, and you can use any QR scanner. You can download any QR scanner from Play Store, and you can scan that one which is appeared there. For that, you have to press build and then app development. Okay, that if you press it, build an app. Here you can see build. Okay, can you able to see build and then app, provide QR code for app. Okay, that you have to press it. Once you do that, you'll get a QR code. Scan it using your phone. Okay, you can install that app. Some of the phone maybe what restrict you. Okay, you have to go in such a way that settings. Okay, I want to install this app. Okay, I install app from any source, that you have to click it, and then you can come back to the what installation. Okay, this is the way you have to do it in the case of this app. This is the way it is going to be appear. Let me go for the another app, that is the second app. Okay, in this app you are going to see a text has been converted into speech. Okay, text has to be converted into speech. So here I have to decide what are the things are required. The number one is that I required a button. When I press the button, whatever the text available here, okay, whatever the text available in the text box has to be converted into what voice speech in your phone. Okay, that is what this second app is going to be. Take text to speech. Your whatever you are typing, that has been converted into voice in your mobile phone. So three components I required it. Okay, one is a button. After clicking the button only, it has to convert the whatever the text in the text box has been converted into voice. Another one component is that text box. The third component is a invisible component, that is nothing but your text to speech component. Okay, let me show that in practical. Okay, so that it will make you to understand. Again, I'll go back to the a new screen for a new app. Okay, so again I will go back here. I want a new project. So I click my project, click that my project. Again, you created hello world. See, once you created the project, it is available in your that entire period. That is even 56 years also it will be updated. Okay, till you delete it. Okay? So I click start new project. Once I give start new project, here I am going to give a name text to speech, simply T2S. Okay, a name has been text to speech. You can see that is created here. Here created. I opening that new project. Okay, you can see new project is created. Once again, it takes some time because from net only it is going to pick it. Okay, so already I said what I am going to do it here is that, okay, from the components I am going to take a button, okay, and a text box, and from media text to speech. That is what I am going to do it. Let me go back to the let me explain here, then I will come back here. Okay, now from the components I am going to take a button and a text box. Okay, and then in text box, in button I am going to give a label name as talk to me, and then in media, okay, in the same components, if you go and find a lot of components will be there. In that media will be there. That media, if I click it, okay, you'll get text to speech. That you have to drag it and put it here, okay, so that it will appear here. Okay, it is an invisible component already as I explained. Okay, let me go back to the
Sir, audio not coming. When, sir?
Sir, sir.
No, audio not coming. Okay, okay, okay. No voice. That's why I call.
Okay, sir. 1 second, sir. I'll open once again that app inventor. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am opening a new app with the name T2S. Hope you are able to see the screen. Okay, the components one I am going to take is that button number 1, and then the next one is going to be text box. Okay, same way I click the button number 1, font size 20, and then height 60, and then width, fill parent, and then bold. I'm going to make the text as talk to me. To me. Okay, I made it text like that. Okay, and then this text box again 20 font size. Why I'm making font size 20 means it should appear, no, it should be appeared well in your mobile. Okay, for that I taken font size. You can create your own font size. If you want small, you can make it as small. If you want bigger, we can make it as bigger by selecting a right font size. With fill parent. Okay, now a invisible component that will be there in the media. Okay, click this media. Okay, there you can find text to speech. Drag it and put it here. It won't come in your screen, but here you can find that. Okay, in the bottom of your mobile viewer, you can find non-visible component text to speech. Now I am going to write the program for this. Okay, before going to write the program, let me explain what you have to do. When I click the button 1, okay, that will help you to write the program, write the code blocks for your app. Okay, when I click a button 1, it should convert whatever the text which is available in your text box into speech. Okay, so I'll go for the blocks. I press the blocks. Okay, now it is empty. What I have to do, already I said, when I click button 1, okay, button 1 I taken when button 1 dot click, okay, and put it in the what in this coding area. Okay, and then what I have to do, once the button 1 is clicked, you have to call the speech to text. Okay, call speech 1, sorry, text to speech 1 dot speak message. What is the message you want to speak? What is the message I want to speak? I want the message is available in the text box. Okay, text box 1 dot text. See here, text box 1. You try to find where the text box 1 dot text is present. Okay, here it is there. So I'll drag it and I'll put it here. Okay, it's clear, right? Very easy, no? So when the button 1 is clicked, whatever the text available in the text box is converted into speech. For that, you have to call these text to speech 1 dot speak message. Okay, see, sir, right, sir, how I have to code this one, how I can find whether this is available, where it is available. See, just think, button, where the button coding will be there, go to button and click it. Okay, now this is second one is I want to speak, text has to be converted into speak. So go to the component text to speak, find the whatever the blocks you want. Okay, and then what I have to speak, that is available in the text box. Okay, so click this text box and find text box 1 dot text. That's all. Very simple programming. So this will convert your whatever the text which is going to be there as speak. Same way, I have to give build. Okay, once you give build, same way you will be getting a QR code. Okay. Now again I will share my mobile phone screen. I already installed. Okay. The text to speak app. Okay, so that it will make you to understand very easily. Okay, share my screen. Okay, I already installed T2S. Once say talk to me. Okay, now you can see talk to me is there. Okay, are you able to see the screen? Right? Okay, talk to me. For example, hello. I am typing in my mobile. Okay, hello, how are you? Okay, I give and tick and press.
Hello, how are you?
Can you able to hear? Hello, how are you in your? I hope you can able to hear it. Okay. Are you able to hear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, sir.
Hello, how are you? It will be appeared. Okay, so this is the way you can create a simple app to do it. Okay, let me again once again I'll go back to the slide. Okay, and third app we will do it. Okay, first I created an app. One is called as just to display a text CTEMS. Okay, you can display your name instead of where I type no CTEMS. In that place, if you press your name, for example, you are Praveen Kumar means press you can press Praveen Kumar. Okay, type Praveen Kumar in the place where I entered CTEM. Okay, understand is clear? Okay, now I'll go back to the slide. Now we'll try to create a third app. Okay, hope you are able to see my slides. Can you able to see my slide? Hello,
Sir,
madam, can you able to see my slide? No,
slide. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Text to
Yes.
speech app.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we'll be going for speech to text. Okay. How I am going to convert speech to text. Okay. So here again, whatever I am speaking, no, okay, that has been converted into text. Okay, you know Google Finder, no, in the case of YouTube or else in the Google search in your mobile, you will have icon like this, a mic icon. You will press that mic icon. Suppose I want to search MIT app inverter, means by pressing this by pressing this mic, you will tell MIT app inverter, that will be appeared and the search will be done. Okay, same way that Google voice conversion is going to be used in this this project, that is third app, and I am going to convert that whatever you are speaking, that will be converted into text and appeared in this text box. Okay, so before creating this app, let me explain what are the components you require. The number one is that button. Okay, button. That button, if you press it, okay, that button, if you press it, it is going to be tell you that please speak. Okay, with a Google voice speech recognizer. Okay, and then you have to talk. For example, I'll talk, hello, how are you? Okay, once you talk like that, that will be appeared in this text box. Okay, this is the button. The speech recognition with these symbols are there. No, this is the button, big button I put it. Okay, and then this is a simple label. Okay, this is the text box. So three components I used here, and one is non-visible component, speech recognizer. Okay, so four components. One is label. That label is going to tell you speech to text, and a text box where whatever you are speaking, that will be appeared in the text box, and then a big button. Okay, where I am going to put a image like this. Okay, and I am going to show you. Let me go back to the MIT app inverter slide. Okay, and I will try to do that new app. Okay, I'll go for my project. Once I give my project, it will be appear this start new project. Okay, here I am going to give you speech S to T. Okay, speech to text. It is your wish. You can give any name. Okay, but your name should not contain space. That is very, very important. Okay, if you give space, it will show the error in your creation of your new project. Okay, let me open this one. Okay, yeah, new project is open. Hope it is visible to you, right? Okay, now already I said I want label. Here label is there. I take it and put it here. Okay, and font size I made it as 24, still bigger than that. Okay, and then background color of this label I made it red. Just now I shown that image. You are able to see that. And text, what I want to appear here is that speech to text. To text. Okay, speech to text, and center alignment. Okay, and then with height of this is going to be 80. Even you can give 100. Okay, slightly bigger than that. And then fill parent, the entire width will be filled. You can able to see. Okay, and then bold. Okay, bold will appear very good. Okay, you want whatever I am speaking, that should display in this text box. So text box. Now font size again, I make it as 20 and bold. Okay, and then height. Not fill parent. 60. Width. Fill parent. Once it is given, it will be appeared like this. Okay, and then a button here. I taken a button. This is the button I am going to press it. Then the top. Okay, this button. See this button. Height fill parent. Entire screen will be filled. Width also fill parent. Or otherwise height you can give it 300. It will be very nice to see 300. Okay, 300 and width fill parent. Name in that text is that click and speak. I don't want to that also. Okay, I'll put a image. Okay, here image is there. In image I clicked it. I upload a file. Okay, I saved that file I shown, no speech recognizer, one image I shown in the app. Okay, that I saved here. Okay, that I am opening. Okay, where I find that speech to text here. Okay, I given okay. That whatever the image I shown in the app, no, previously, that appears. Okay, it's clear. This is the button. Don't think that it is an image. On the button, I given an image. Over the button. Okay, over the button, I given that image. Okay, that image is going to be uploaded with the help of that button property. I have to click that button, go to the property, find image, and I given like this. Okay, hope it is clear. Now, can I go for the coding part? Okay, so very easy coding part. Don't think that it is difficult. Very easy. Very within a 3 to 4 blocks, I can able to do it. Okay, first of all, what I have to do? Yeah, one point I missed it. Okay, speech recognizer. Okay, non-visible component that will be appeared in the media. Okay, here you can see speech recognizer. Okay, so that I have to click it and put it here. Once you put that one in screen, you cannot find it. Below screen, it is a non-visible component, same as that of text to speech. It is a speech recognizer where you're going to this speech recognizer is going to use the Google, okay, Google voice recognizer app, and it is going to sense your whatever you are talking. It converts that speech into text with the help of this Google. Okay, I do it. I'll go for the blocks now. I am going to write coding. I went to the blocks. Okay. In blocks, you can able to find a blank screen. Okay, now tell me what you have to do. I have to click the button. Once I click the button, it should talk. Whatever I type no in the text box, that should be made as talk. So button. This is the button one. Again, I click it. When button one dot click, okay, I put it here. Button one dot click. Okay, then what it has to do? It has to call the speech recognizer to convert whatever the text, whatever I am speaking into text. Okay, so click speech. There you can find, okay, call speech recognizer, get text. Okay. Again, speech recognizer, where you can find when speech recognizer one dot after getting a text. Okay, what I have to do in text box is that whatever the text it is appear, that should be appear here. Okay, so click the text box. Again, I'll tell you. Okay, this I'll delete it and I'll show you. I taken a when a button is clicked using button and put it here, and speech recognizer I clicked it. Call speech recognizer dot get text, get the text. Okay, and then again I'll go back the speech recognizer. Okay, when speech recognizer one dot after getting a text, what it has to do? After getting the text, what it has to do? Okay, text box, set text box label. Sorry, set text box text. You can change it here like this also, how I did, or else you search it here itself. You have so many blocks are there. Try to find that text box text is present. You can search it like this. Here it is there. Or else pick anything and change here. By clicking here, you can change it to text. Okay. What I have to change? Whatever the test result, whatever the result which has been given by the speech recognizer. Here you can find a result, right? Get result. Okay. That you have to understand. That's all. Very simple. Okay. It's clear. Okay. So now again I'll build this app. Okay. Now this app is getting built. Okay, let me go back to my phone and I'll show how it is working. Okay, you can able to see that. I'll share my mobile screen. Now start mobile screen sharing. Okay, go back to the what is that? Speech to text. Here it is there. Okay, speech to text. You can set the icon also. I will tell you how to set the icon. Now you can able to see the app which I created. Can you able to see, right? Okay, I am clicking on this button. Click and speak is there, no? Hello? Yes? Hello? Okay, let me click this one. See here. Okay. Hello, how are you? This is Prem. Okay, you can see here which is appeared here. Whatever you speak, even the language which is irrelevant to English also can be, sorry, irrelevant to English also you can speak it here. Okay, let me show it. Vanakkam. Sorry. Vanakkam. Hello. Sorry. Hello. Okay. So can you see here now? Hello. That is appeared here. So this is the way you can create app. Let me tell you something in this app inverter that is very important. Okay. Now I back to the what app inverter platform. Okay. Now going to the designer. Okay, you will find so many things are there in this components. Let me briefly explain this one. Button, already you seen how to use the button. Checkbox, just you can give checkbox, click the checkbox and it will be used to select a described one which is there. Data picker, you can pick the data from the calendar. Image, you can pick any image and display in your viewer. And then label, okay, already we used it just to display the text on your mobile screen. Okay, list picker, so many lists will be there. For example, if you have a Bluetooth, okay, so many Bluetooths will be there, out of which you have to pick one Bluetooth. Okay, in that case list picker can be used. List viewer, it use list which has been you created. Notifier, just notify whatever the things which has been happen on the app in the top of your screen. Okay, password text box, which is a different text box when compared to ordinary text box, where you can type whatever you are typing, no, that will be appear as star. Slider, just you can adjust the value so that the analog value 0 to 255 or 0 to 50, like that you can transfer it. Spinner, you have been seen, no spinner. Okay, you can spin it. Okay, you can give 6 or 7 choices and you can spin it like that to create games. Spinner is there. Switch, on off switch, that will be, you can even this app inverter can be used for embedded system and all. In that case, you can light off light by using switches. Okay. Box, we used it. Time picker, it is used to display the time in your mobile screen. And then web viewer, you can use the website also. Web viewer, by using web viewer, if you select and put it in your screen, you can give any website. Once that web viewer is clicked, that will go to the corresponding website. Layout, this is the place where horizontal arrangement, okay, and then horizontal scroll, table arrangement, vertical arrangement, vertical scroll. This I will show you tomorrow to arrange the where your text, where your button, where your speech, for example, text box should be appeared in your screen. Now, till now, I did not show you how to change your position of your button, position of your text box, position of your label. Okay, all these things can be done with the help of this layout. Layout is used to arrange your icons in any position of your screen. Okay, until media. Okay, camera. Okay, image picker, you can pick the image from your mobile phone. Okay, player, audio player, video player. Okay, speech recognizer, we used it. Sound recorder, you can record the sound. Text to speech, we did it. Okay, and then video player, all those things also there. And then maps, Google Maps. Okay, you can bring maps here, you locate yourself where you are. We project maps. Okay, and then sensors. Already I said so many sensors are there. One of the sensors are accelerometer sensor, barcode sensor. Okay, barometer, clock. All those so many sensors are there. But these sensors should be available in your phone. Then only it will work. Okay, if you take a sensor which is not there in your phone, it won't work. Okay, in India, our phones will have accelerometer sensor, clock sensor, and then location sensor. Okay, and then orientation sensor. All these sensors are there. Whereas some other sensors are not available in your Indian mobile phone as well as the phone which we are receiving from outside some abroad companies. When you go for iPhones, okay, all these sensors are possible. You will be it will be available inside that you can utilize it in your project to create an app. Okay, and then you will have also can be done. Okay, with help of storage. Okay, cloud DB, file, TinyDB. This you are going to use it. And then connectivity, Bluetooth connectivity, active star connectivity, and then Bluetooth server, serial communication with your Arduino, and website also you can connect with your app. So these are the things which which has been there. Okay, in your app inverter. Hope you understand clearly. Let me go back to the slide. Okay. So in this session, we created 3 different apps. One is that to display a text in your phone. The another one is that, okay, when you type in, okay, and if you press the button, it will convert into speech. The third app, speech is converted into text. Okay, the success of this webinar is that whatever I am doing, that you have to do it in your app inverter login, and you have to scan it in your mobile phone. See that you created an app, okay, your own app with your name to display, with your voice to appear on the screen, all those things. That will be much interesting. Okay, so thank you for this 1.5 hour being patient there and try to listen it. If I am fast, little bit late in logging, that's why I was little bit faster. I used to go very slow, okay, but little bit faster. If you did not understand any point, please go to your YouTube link, okay, pass it and see. Okay, definitely it is possible for you to understand. If you have any queries, okay, you can put it in the Telegram app, as well as in chat box which is appeared here, as well as in even in your YouTube chat box are there. Okay, I am ready to answer the questions. And then what else? Tomorrow we'll see so many other apps to be created. The things like displaying the images, okay, sending an SMS from a mobile phone without going for your SMS message app which is present inside your mobile, and then creating a database of a student list, okay, and then how to by shaking your mobile phone, how to create the sound which you are typing, okay, all those things, and camera, videos, how to play a video from your file which is available inside your phone, all those things I'll do it. Okay, and one more point I will tell you, okay, that is very important. Okay, let me share that again, my MIT app inverter screen. Once again, I will complete it. So here you can find gallery. You can find gallery. After login, you can find gallery. With the help of this gallery, if you once press it, it will ask you what kind of tutorial you want. Okay, you can type it here. For example, I want to create a calculator, means calculator app. Search for it. Okay, immediately you will get. Okay, I will put calculator. You can see calculator app. Okay, if you open this app, okay, in your login, that app will come, okay, and corresponding codings will come. Everything you can able to see it, and you can modify that code for your requirement. You can change as per your wish. Okay, your display you can change it. Everything can be editable. Okay, that is a very important when you're going for MIT app inventor. Okay, Thank you for being patient. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, you can enjoy still better when whatever I did in your app inverter. If you do it in your what laptop, you can do the same creation. Also can be done in your phone, but it is not easy for you to what the appearance will not be very nice. You can use laptop. Okay, the appearance will be very good. It is possible for you to clearly go through those apps. Okay, thank you. I asked Jagdishan sir to take control. Hello, Jagdishan sir.
Sir,
You can take control, madam. I completed.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Any questions is there? You can.
Some questions came, sir.
Yes, sir. Please.
I posted your chatting.
In chatting, sir. I'll check it, sir.
Chat, sir.
When we enter into MIT app inverter, showing that insecure near protocol link, which means it is not a safe link. No, it is a 100% safe link. Okay, this MIT app inverter is a university, big university. Okay, UK university. So it is a very privacy. Don't worry about it. Maybe because of your privacy, it is showing like that. But 100%, it is. I'm using this MIT app inverter for past 3 years. 3 to 4 years, okay, and creating so many apps to create projects. Okay, 100% safer. Don't worry about it. You can use it. Okay, and how invisible buttons, how to set invisible buttons. Yeah, in property. Okay, once you click that button, okay, in the property you can find at last invisible. Okay, that you have to remove that tick. Okay, it is a checkbox will be available. That if you remove it, you will get a invisible button. Okay, then any more? How to set a icon? Okay, yes, very good question. Okay, how to set an icon? I forget to tell you. Okay, click the screen in your component. Okay, click the screen in your component. Can go click it. That's better. I open any one of the project. Okay, here you can find screen. Click it. Here you can see icon. Okay, no icon, none is there. Just I press the same icon which I uploaded. Okay, you can upload any icon and you can give. Okay, once you do that, okay, the icon will be created for your app. Okay, choose here. I hope you are able to see screen, no? Okay, you can click any one icon and you can upload it. Hope you're able to see the screen, right? No? Okay, so this is the way you can set your icon. Okay, and any more questions? Sir, could you explain how to set app icon? That is what I explained. Sir, can you use HTTP server in? Yes, sure, you can use it. You can use HTTP server also in MIT app inverter. Okay.
Sriraman, sir.
2 or 3 people asked the same questions.
Sir, Prem, sir.
Yes, sir.
One more question, sir.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Is there a way to have the background code for the created APK?
Pardon, sir, I don't get you.
I will chat to your WhatsApp.
Yeah, sure, sir. Any other question, participants? You can put it in your chat box.
So otherwise, to enable your mic and ask a question directly to research persons.
Pardon, sir, enable?
Unmute, sir.
Unmute, okay.
To me, unmute. Unmute.
Yeah, you can unmute, sir.
They will ask the question directly to you.
Yeah. But one by one, sir.
Hmm.
It is very difficult.
Hello, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, can we use it as web app too?
இல்ல அன்னைக்கே பார்த்துட்டேங்க அது நான் பார்த்துட்டு ஃபைனல் பண்ணியாச்சு அந்த பிளாக் எடுக்கணும்.
Sir, web app.
At a time, it's enabled to only one person, sir.
Yeah. Web app. You are asking web app.
The same we created for mobile app. The same we should show it as web app means we should.
Sorry. Yes. I get the question. Can you create it? Can you use the same MIT app inverter to create a website app? Right. That is what the question you asked.
No, sir. First we created as mobile app. No, sir. That same content.
Yeah. Same content.
Can it be converted to web app?
No, you cannot do it with MIT app inverter. There are some other things are there. UK web server. Okay, those things are there. That you can use it to create a similar kind of web application. Web apps. Anything else? Hope you understand, everyone. Hello. Yes, sir.
Any other questions from participants?
Any questions are there?
Then, sir, one question from your WhatsApp. We'll see that one.
Yes, sir. In WhatsApp you shared, sir?
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Sir, one participant raised a question, sir.
Yeah.
How to know background program code for the app we created?
Background, that's what, by clicking blocks. If you click, you want coding. If you want coding, that cannot be appeared here. But using blocks, you can able to understand what it is doing, how to.
Attendance fill பண்ணிட்டேன்.
Hello. By blocks,
yes, sir. Fine, sir.
It is possible to understand. You cannot see coding. Only block codes can be appeared with the help of that block by clicking block. Okay, a question from that is what it is given here. The background of this code you cannot create by APK. APK is a file you can download it and you can install in your mobile. That's all. That is what you can do. Yeah, sure. I will share the PPT. Someone asked me to share PPT. Sure, I will do it with the help of either Telegram or by WhatsApp group. I can do it.
Sir, that video is available in YouTube. The link already posted in the Telegram group and also WhatsApp group.
Okay, sir.
Do you want any times to see that the link is available up to 3 months?
Pardon, sir? You want any?
You want that video anytime to see. So video until 3 months is available in YouTube.
Okay. Participant, YouTube link is there. YouTube link is given in your Telegram app as well as WhatsApp app. You can click that one. You can pause it and see the video very slowly. By simultaneously, you can do it in your laptop. And I am muted.
No, you are unmuted.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Any other questions are there? Sir, it is clear now, sir?
Sir? Now it's clear, sir. So, shall we close? One more question came.
I will be there. Yes, sir.
One more question came.
In chat, sir?
In chat.
In chat.
Yes. Can you visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How to make
The
this
app
app
we-
as a web app? It cannot possible. You cannot make this app as a web app. You can make this app as which will work in your mobile phone. That's all. Yes, you can do it with mobile phone. Can we do with mobile phone, sir? MIT app inverter? Definitely you can do it. Appearance of the screen will be very poor. Okay, and you have patience. You should have patience to work with this app inventor in your mobile phone. A lot of patience has been required. But when you do it in laptop, you can feel very convenient. Okay, that is only problem in your mobile phone. But you can create a app in your mobile phone itself. App we created can also be available in the Play Store. You have to post it. Okay, you have to post it by paying money. Okay, because Play Store is a one which has a payable apps. People who create a app will pay it and put it in the Play Store. Okay, depending upon the number of downloads, he will start earning money. Okay, that is there. For example, one game app is there means 100 people downloaded means the amount will be paid to the one who created the app. Okay, so initially a payment has to be made to put it in the Play Store. It is possible. You can here itself you can publish your app in MIT App Inverter, so that in gallery it will be appear. So many other people can download it and they can use it. Okay, that is very important.
One more question.
Yes, sir.
Can we publish our APK?
Yes, you can able to publish APK in MIT App Inverter itself. This published MIT app in whatever the app is going to be appear only in the gallery of MIT App Inverter. If you want to publish in Play Store, you have to pay it and do it. Okay, because Play Store is a payable one. How to
Another
publish app? Okay, the publish button will be there in your MIT app. That if you press it, okay, and select the app, and you can publish it. Yes, another question.
Another question.
Yes,
how to publish to Play Store?
That's what. You have to take your app. Okay, you have to go to Play Store. Okay, and there is a button will be there. You have to search it in the settings. Okay, publish. Once you go and publish this app, they're asking money for you. Maybe $15, $6, $8. That depends on the size of your app. Okay, you have to pay it, and your app can be published in your Play Store. Any other question?
Sir, one question from a participant, Ravinder Singh.
Yes, sir. Yes, madam.
Ravinder Singh, you can.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Yes.
can ask now.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
Can we use several programming languages for coding purpose, or a single programming language we can use here?
Pardon? Can you able to use this?
Can we use several languages for programming purpose?
No, you cannot use several languages for programming purpose. Only by blocking blocks, picking the block and placing. You in the case of MIT app.
Okay, sir.
You got the answer?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Sir, one more participant raised the hand.
Yeah, sure.
Just a minute. Vardhan. Vardhan, you can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Is it still worthy to learn programming an app even after this thing?
Still worthy to learn program? Yeah, definitely. See, MIT App Inverter, you can do it very well. But once if you go for creating an app which has to be used by lakhs and lakhs of people, the right one is going to be JavaScript or something else. But this app is an initiative one which you can use it to learn how to create app. Okay, and you can create any app. Okay, even for embedded system, IoTs, it is possible to create it. But some of the features are not available in this MIT App Inverter that you can get it in your when you're going for programming.
One more.
Yes, sir.
One more
Sir,
person,
another
sir.
participant
Yeah.
raised.
Hmm.
Harika, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Sir, you told that we cannot see coding. Whether we cannot see coding or else we don't have coding parts, sir.
The coding is that blocks only coding. Whatever the blocks I put, no. For example, when button one dot click, okay, set text one dot txt is equal to systems, okay. That is what the coding here. The blocks are the codings here.
So like Java or C, we don't have any coding, right, sir?
That is what the advantage of this app inverter. Java coding. See, to create the same app, Hello World, you require to write 30 to 40 lines. You should understand the programming language. All those difficulty will be there. When you come for this, what MIT app inverter, it makes even a 5th standard, 6th standard student to create an app. Okay, that is what the advantage here. No coding, only with the help of blocks you can create code.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, another student, Harshita.
Yeah, sure, madam.
Hello,
Harshita,
sir.
you can.
Yes, good afternoon.
Sir, my doubt is, can we create little games through this app, sir?
100%.
Through this app inventor?
100% possible. Okay. Even you don't require to create a game. Okay. Just I said no in gallery. Okay.
Calculator.
Just gallery. Okay. Calculator. I said no. Same way you want a game, just type it there. Okay. The name. Okay. That app will be appeared in front of you. Just click that app. Okay. It will be logged into your account. The coding, the blocks, as well as the.
Sir, can we customize it, sir?
Everything. Sure. You can edit it. You can change it to as you require. That is very important.
Okay.
That is what open version.
Through blocks.
Okay? Through blocks, you can able to change it as you require. Okay. The programming, entire thing, you can change it. That is the biggest merit in the case of MIT App Inverter. Okay. Even when I go and create a project, okay, what I do know from the scratch, I don't want to start it. Okay, I'll straight away I'll go, for example, Bluetooth connectivity. Okay, for controlling LED. Just I'll enter the search. I'll get an app. I'll take that app. I'll edit the app. I'll put my college name. I'll put all those things as you required. What I want to transfer in when I press that button in Bluetooth. All those things I'll change it depending upon my requirement. This is the easy method, right? Okay, you don't require to start from the scratch. Okay, but learning how to create an app is very important from the scratch. But when you are learned already, okay, I don't want to spend more time on creating those things. Just take it from the gallery and you can modify as you require. Any other questions? Okay, dear participant, again I'll tell you, okay, if you start working on this, you'll be much interested. You'll spend even 10 to 15 hours. You cannot stand from come away from your laptop, because that much interesting is to create an app. Okay, so you can enjoy it. So start creating app by yourself. Any other questions? Even you can post your questions in Telegram app, Telegram group, as well as WhatsApp group. I'm there to answer. Someone raise the hand. Someone is raising the hand, madam. Can I unmute?
Yes, sir, I'm checking. Yeah, I have unmuted. Vardhan, do you have any question?
Yes, sir. Sir, if I want to learn app development from very beginning,
yeah.
So where can I start, sir? I mean, these days, lot of frameworks and SDKs are available, right?
Yes, right.
So what can I start
that's
with?
what. Whether you have to do it with MIT App Inverter or some other scripting.
No, sir. I would like to start from scripting.
Scripting. Then you go for Java scripting. A lot of books are there. You can put it in your Google search. Okay. Start from there, you can able to. we can do it. Okay.
And do we have any career paths regarding this MIT app?
100%, 100%. MIT App Inverter. Yes, in the case of embedded, okay, you have a lot of applications they created with the help of this MIT App Inverter. It is possible to create, for example, I want a app for CTEMs, okay. I want a attendance system, or I want everything should be present in that app for CTEMs. Okay, I can do it. Okay, I can create app with the help of MIT App Inverter, name of the students, login ID, and then register number. What is their mark in their test? What is the marks results? Which previous semester results? I can post all those things in the MIT App Inverter. Like that app also, it is possible to create it. Tomorrow in a session, in a last, we are going to use database to create a such kind of app. Okay, and even for an I'll name some of the apps. Okay.